there seems to have been a big bang, massive explosion of a sort about 14 billion years ago, which flung everything outward at very high speed. Why that happened, we can go into it. There's some interesting ideas about it, but it's, for the moment anyway, just an observational fact that it's expanding today. And if you extrapolate back in time, you see that it was at a point about 14 billion years ago. Why is it accelerating? Why does the cosmological constant make the expansion accelerate? Yeah, there's not a very good intuitive answer to that question. I've been asked it many times. It's, it's related to the fact that the cosmological constant is like a vacuum energy. It's an energy that completely empty space is endowed with. And gravity.
This is dark energy?
This is dark energy, cosmological constant. Those are more or less the same thing.
Yeah.
When we talk about dark energy, what we mean is there's some form of energy that's causing the expansion to accelerate.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know that it's literally a cosmological constant. It could be a form of energy which is close to a cosmological constant, but not exactly like it. So dark energy is a more general term, but it's some form of energy that we can't directly see. We can just infer its existence from the accelerated expansion. So any form of dark energy is at least very close to a vacuum energy. It's an energy associated with just empty space. And so why does that make the expansion accelerate? Well, gravity acts on all forms of energy. So if empty space has an energy, then the equations of Einstein predict that space itself will either expand or contract because there's energy associated with that volume. So it's not going to just sit there. There's a force. There's an effect that causes the expansion rate to accelerate or decelerate. And the sign of that effect, whether it accelerates or decelerates, depends on the sign of the energy. But the sign we need to explain what we see is the one that causes the expansion to accelerate. So that's not a very satisfactory answer, I'm afraid, but what it boils down to is energy of vacuum that's acted on by gravity, and the effect is to change the expansion. And since the energy can have either sign, it's maybe not surprising that it could cause the expansion to either accelerate or decelerate. If you choose the right sign, it accelerates. Yeah.